All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the Thursday night Road and Plate Truck Series at Oran Park, live on BMRL Network. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. Qualifying is underway. It's been a 1 hour session of open qualifying, so each driver has had 60 minutes to put down their fastest times, as well as adjust that truck to what they need and what feels great to them. It looks like Dustin Bally gonna be on the top spot here so far. Pretty strong car out there tonight. Truck, whatever you want to call it, car, truck. I think everybody slips up and calls these cars at one time or another. Looks like somebody's cutting through the grass there, doing a little bit of lawn care before we get going green here. A little under 3 minutes to go. So the 84 truck of Laura Wiseman out on the track. We've got a field of 16 drivers so far here tonight. I'm not sure if we're going to get any more jumping in. I think a lot of people see road course and they see how many turns a track has and how many times you have to turn right when we're all used to going left, and they get scared and they go hide under their rocks and don't want to take a chance at it. I would show you the point standings, but I don't have the current point standings after Talladega, so we're not completely accurate there. But let's go ahead and look. This is prior to Talladega, so it's not really gonna matter, I guess. But I think what I saw earlier, Michael McCoy is actually on top in the points with 85 points, I want to say. But not 100% accurate there. We've got just a little over 1 minute and a half of qualifying left. Dustin continuing to hold on to that top spot. Can anybody out there take it at the last moment? Let's see, we're doing a minute 10, about a minute and 10-second laps here. So definitely shorter than places like Coda and Watkins Glen. We actually saw some practice photos earlier today of drivers launching through the air. Pretty funny indeed. Give me 1 second here, guys. Here we go. We mentioned some drivers earlier posting pictures of their practice, and here we go. Here's a few pictures of them launching themselves out on the track. It's the 28 of Tom Went. Pretty funny there indeed. Great airtime. Got the detail underneath the truck. Pretty awesome, pretty gnarly. Jay Bast taking a little spin there. Go let's pull up the track map. Alright, qualifying is over. That means it's time for the grid. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to kick this one off here tonight. Oran Park engaged. Take a look at that grid. Dustin Bally gonna get the top spot. He's gonna sit on the pole with Phil Keck on his right side. On row 2, we got Michael McCoy with Brandon Brush. In row 3, Chuck Labano and Mike Thompson Jr. In row 4, we got Dan Ott and Evan Hubachuk. In row 5, Johnny Rapp and Tom Wint. In row 6, we got Jacob Bradley and Jay Bast. There we are. Okay. And row 7, Laura Wiseman with Keith Waldorf on her right side. And last but not least, the final row, we got Mark Royce and Chris Winslow. All right. Waiting on our leaders to grid up. The top 4 have not hit the track yet. I take it back. Michael McCoy making his appearance on the grid. Gonna have to get some awesome camera angles, figure out where we need to ride at. But we're having maybe some issues gridding up. It seems like people are appearing and then disappearing. Michael McCoy disappearing twice. Got a few trucks going bloop bloop in and out. There we go. It looks like everybody, Johnny Rapp, the last one to get on the track. We'll see when he appears. Alright, while we wait for the grid and everyone that gets set up in the grid, we're going to move right along with some track info here tonight. We are at Oran Park. This is race number 5 of a 10-week season. Oran Park of 1.62 miles, so about a mile and a half. Going down across the pond over to Australia. 93 degree on the track with the 83 degree temperature in the air. So not bad. We're starting to roll off of the grid here. All right. Dustin Bally gonna lead him across. The green flag is out. Here we go racing. All right, we got 49 laps. Stage break is at 33, I believe. Let me look real quick. I'm pretty sure it's 33. Yes, 33. I was correct. Woohoo! Already a little bit of bait and bang, and Tom went off the track back there. Well, I was gonna show you my map, but well, guess not. That stinks. It's not working. Alright, looks like everybody making it through lap 1. We had a couple cars go off track. Evan Hubchak, Tom went twice. Evan Hubchak twice. Let's go back here to Tom Went. Nice corner exit. Take a higher approach here of the track. Give us a nice clean look at all the trucks. Dustin Bali continuing to lead. Looks like Dustin is doing pretty good at this track. He's continuing to lead out front. We're down 3 laps already. Nobody wrecking yet. Nobody having any issues besides off-track incidents, which those don't really matter, honestly. Mark Royce with 2 of them. Keith Waldorf with 2, or with 1. Tom Wentz got 1. Dan Oat and Evan Hubchak all with another off-track incident point, but those really don't matter. I mean, as long as you're on the track, or you just, you know, those really hit you just by going off like 2 tires. They give you an off track on these road courses, so the fact that we're not seeing any incident points or any wrecks is pretty awesome, I have to say. You guys are doing a heck of a job here tonight. Michael McCoy back here in the third position. You can see Phil Keck gaining on Dustin Volley. Dustin trying to hold on to the lead. Man, Phil really closing in on him. Alright, continuing to do really good. No incidents yet. Did see a couple of trucks go a lap down. Michael McCoy and Mark Royce both hitting pit road. Well, Michael McCoy has not hit pit road, but Mark Royce has. That's the thing about these road course races, if there's not much action, and these guys are doing one heck of a job, man. Bill Keck continuing to try to track down Dustin. We saw him almost reach Dustin earlier on. We were riding on board with him, and now he's just kind of falling back. As well as Brandon Brush. He's falling way back off of these leaders. Almost 6 seconds behind Dustin. About 5 seconds behind Phil. But Dustin continuing to put on a clinic here. You saw that gap to Brandon back there in the back of the screen. There's Brandon on top of the screen coming around that turn. There you go. We should be able to get a look at Brandon here. There he is. Once again, lap 33 will be a stage break here tonight. Don't go anywhere real quick. We're going to be right back with more coverage. We're going to keep the coverage rolling, obviously, but we'll be back real quick from any sort of like voice coverage. Mid-zoom. Alright, we're back. We're starting to see drivers pitting. Oh, we got a truck off track there. That was Keith Waldorf. Let's see what happened here to Keith. Woohoo! Nice little spin there. Practicing them burnouts I see there. I wonder when these leaders are going to decide to take a pit stop here. Everyone else further back already pitted. Now, if these leaders can make it to lap 25, they'll only need to pit one time, whereas the guys that have already pitted, they're going to need to pit twice. They're going to need to pit one more time as well, but, I mean, you're a lap down right now, so if you come in when everyone else does, that's not really going to help you any. These fields. Mark Royce already taking the DNF here tonight. Sometimes things happen and we have to get off of the race. And sometimes there's just races where you're like, I just can't do this. I'm done trying. I'll be back next week, guys. Laura Wiseman up 2 spots since qualifying. And Michael McCoy started in 3rd in this race. All the way back to the 13th position. But he did pit. So, how is that going to work? I think he's hoping And what I think is going to happen is no one's going to be able to make it to the caution, to the stage break. But if you're making it this far and it's lap 26 and you're Dustin Bali and you pit here in the next lap or two, are you going to come back in on the stage break to pit again? Oh man, I don't know. It's a tough call. And these two are racing each other so hard. Bill Keck, he's trying his hardest to get up to Dustin's bumper. He gets him on the corner entrances. But Dustin pulling away. Still not going down pit road. I think he's using up every little bit of gas he can. Not sure what the fuel mileage is here and how many laps they are going. Oh, Dustin getting a little loose. Looks like his tires are starting to really kind of wear down. As we hit the halfway point, 25 laps to go. Dustin up here catching the 45 of Chris Winslow. They go around Chris Winslow. Chris Winslow doesn't fight it. Lets them take the inside line. Ooh, Evan Hubchak wrecking. Let's see what happens. I'm just kind of getting into the wall, getting a little loose. But he's gonna get turned back around after losing about 5 to 7 seconds on the lead back there. Hubchak in the pits. Dustin's still not coming into pit road here. I wonder if do they have what it takes to go all the way to... Ooh! Bill Keck almost getting enough to pass Dustin, but not quite. He was on his outside quarter panel there on that turn. Dustin continuing to put on a clinic here tonight. He has mastered this course. It's unbelievable to watch. So Phil Keck coming to pit road. There he is. Phil Keck back on the track. Let's see how far behind he's gonna be behind our leader Dustin. So Phil Keck's pit time 48 seconds. And he is 44 seconds behind Dustin. And he's going to continue to make that gap a little bit bigger. But Dustin coming in for his pit stop. Let's see how it goes. Here he comes down the pit lane. Phil Keck 44 seconds behind. Alright, Dustin making a stop. Left sides are up, back down. Right side's up, back down, and he's away. Where is Phil gonna be at? There's Phil. Phil gonna jump into the lead possibly. They're neck and neck. Dustin's gonna come out in second. Phil going wide on that turn. Dustin's gonna sneak right in on the door entrance. Oh man, Phil Keck had it. He just went a little bit too high on that corner. Dustin seeing that advantage, dropping in there and taking that lead away again. We just got Dan Oat and Jay Bast up in the front, 1 and 2. Dan pitting right now. Ooh, a little lock up there, gonna kind of swipe the wall. Let's see if does Jay pit here? Or is he gonna lead a lap? Looks like he's getting really high and he's gonna slow down. Into the pit road he comes. Dan out. And here comes Dustin and Phil. Three more laps until a stage break. Alright, stage caution should be waving here in the next lap. 2 laps. Right, 16 to go.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh. Wait, 49 and 33. earlier than what I thought. Right? Or am I wrong? Huh. Huh. Yeah. The 17 plus 33 is 50 laps. Oh well. Alright. So like I thought, no pit takers besides a few trucks out there. So those guys back there, 12th to 15th, are going to be stuck a lap down or more here to finish this race. Dustin going to lead the charge to the green flag as we're still under pace terms here. Alright, pace car lights are out. We're about to go green flag racing here once again to end this thing out. We got 14 laps to go this time by.
Green flag, green flag.
Alright, green flag is out. We're back here racing. We got 14 laps to go. Oh, looks like we had a couple trucks off of the track. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but that was wrong tab. Oh my goodness. Mike Thompson Jr. making his way up to the 5th position. With Dan Ott right behind him. Dustin Bally 2.5, almost 3 seconds out in front. Bill Keck gonna get around Brandon Brush there. Man, he was going fast with those S's. All right, Dustin continuing to lead the 888. Well, looks like Dustin, if he doesn't have any issues, he's going to be our race winner here tonight. Going to get himself a victory this season. A little bit in the grass there. He's just got to keep it straight, completely going straight. No mistakes. Johnny Rapp, along with Michael McCoy behind him. Michael McCoy stuck laps down here. One lap down for Michael. 4 laps to go. Two laps to go. Alrighty, final lap is out. Bill Keck right there on his bumper. He's knocking. Dustin needing to make one more full rotation around this track. No mistakes can be made. Can Dustin do it? Alright, here he comes to take the checker flag. Dustin Bolly gonna win his first race of the season here at Oran Park. All right, Dustin Bolly taking the win here tonight. Phil Keck gonna come home in second place, and Brandon Brush gonna come home in third. All right, looks like we've got some interviews coming your way. Alrighty, Brandon Brush up first. Hold on, Brandon. Alrighty, I've got our third place finisher here, Brandon Brush, with me in the booth. Welcome, Brandon.
Hey, Chris.
So bringing it home in third place here tonight. Congratulations on a podium finish, especially at a road course, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel bad for Michael, losing connection in third, but, we'll take good points day. Glad to get back in the booth.
Oh, so that's what happened to Michael. I wasn't sure. I saw he started in third and then he was in 13th, and I was kind of wondering what happened.
Yeah, it looked like a quick disconnect because I saw the message pop up and then immediately after that it said he reconnected. So we were hoping you got his lap back and then could go forward, but I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, it's overall though. I mean, great race. Not a lot of action. I mean, and everybody's staying pretty clean. I think we had like two incident points where trucks were either just caught loose and spinning or off track. But other than that, great race here tonight, man.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite track that we've been to. It felt like the tires seemed like the past races the tires go away after lap two. This one felt like you could stay on the throttle a little bit longer for longer periods of time, but there's a lot of you could drive a lot with the throttle, and yeah, we're driving on a close edge there, so it seems like everyone's a little tentative to no one wants to wreck anyone or anything like that, so it's kind of hard to run side by side for a while.
Right, and this is actually my first time actually being at this track or watching a race at this track. Um, Pretty interesting and a pretty nice road course, and makes me want to actually get out here and drive on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I tried it in Miata, and it was probably around the first time I started doing iRacing, so I hated the track and never went back to it. But I feel like I should have gave it a second shot because those high speed S's are a lot of fun. So
Right. Well, I'm gonna open up the floor to you. Any sponsors on the truck? Anyone at home watching? Just anybody in general that you want to say thank you to or give a shout out to?
always shout out my parents. Sponsor wise, I got Ryan Varnes Foundation on the side there at rv68foundation.org. It's a foundation set up in memory of Ryan Varnes, who's a flat track racer. His family set that up, and they give out money for college age kids for their scholarship that race flat track, so they can go to school.
Nice. That's an awesome cause there. Well, congratulations. You got a top three, a third place finish here tonight, and we're off to, I think, another road course next week. Yep, we're at Sebring next week. So
Sebring's gonna be fun.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations once again, and we'll see you here again next week, possibly.
Of course, thank you.
No problem, man. Alright, so that is our third place finisher, Brandon Brush. Now we're going to move right along to Mr. Phil Keck. Alrighty, let's bring Phil down. Hey, Phil, it's Chris in the booth, man. You got a copy, man?
I'm here.
Alrighty, congratulations bringing it home in second. We saw that you had, it was a pretty tough battle almost all race between you and Dustin, man. Walk us through. I mean, what were you doing to the truck? Did you feel like if you had a couple more laps, you would have been able to have him? Just how was it going?
No, I was doing my best the whole way, and um, there was just no chance. He was just a better driver. It was a great race.
It definitely was. It was some of the best road course racing I've seen. Period. Can't think of anything else. I mean, usually when it comes to road courses in the NASCAR, either the Truck Cup or Xfinity, it's a crazy, just absolute sliding off the track, spinning, wrecking, and I think we only had like 2 incidents this whole race.
That's
You,
fantastic to hear.
yeah, there was a few off-track moments, but nothing too drastic. I'm pretty sure iRacing says, "Oh, off-track," even if you put one wheel in the dirt.
Yeah, the off tracks here are actually they're pretty generous. So there's quite a few places where you can go in the dirt and you're okay. And yeah, Dustin and I both overcooked a few corners, but fortunately nothing major where we went into a wall or anything like that.
Nice. Well, congratulations bringing it home in second, man. We go to Sebring next week. Is that one of your good tracks as well in the road course?
I guess we'll see. I don't know. There's a whole slew of us that are all so close that it's just, I feel like every week is a crapshoot. So I think this league is going to be really fantastic in that regard for good racing because there's not just like one person that's super dominant.
Nice. Well, that's what we kind of saw here tonight. I mean, nobody got lapped down unless they pitted on a total opposite strategy from the leaders. So meaning that everyone kind of stayed within close proximity. I mean, the top 7 finished within 10 seconds or less behind first place Dustin. So that is really good for a road course.
Yeah, amazing. Fantastic. And thank you for the great broadcast.
No problem, man. Gonna let you have the floor here. Any sponsors, family, friends, anyone you want to shout out or thank?
Thank Dustin for the great racing and for putting the league together. It's so fantastic. Thank my folks they always watch, my wife Teresa, my little roommate Marshall here. Yeah, and you for the great broadcast. Thank you so much.
No problem, man. Well, congratulations once again on a second place finish here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that was Phil, our winner. Now we're gonna get a chance. Let's talk to our race or our Phil, our second place driver. Now let's get a chance to talk to our winner, Dustin. What's up, Dustin? It's Chris in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I do. How you doing, Chris?
Oh, pretty good. That was some great, awesome road course racing, man. And you bring home the victory here tonight, dude.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. It's a little hollow for me. We were, Michael McCoy's kind of my teammate, and with his connection issue, we thought he was going to be higher up, and then he got booted back, and then we were trying to figure out a way to get him back into the lead lap, and I ultimately take responsibility for not getting him back to where he should have been, but we'll get him in the next one. But yeah, great race. I mean, so many congratulations and thanks to go around. I guess primarily Phil Keck for keeping me on my toes all race, and he even let me by when I slid off the track a little bit, and he didn't have to do that, and that was super appreciated. But he was quick all day and kept me on my toes, and that was good. And then Michael there in the first part, he's always a joy to have in the chat. So just really good day for Blue Glove Racing and for this league, and I guess for me personally, yeah, it's been good.
Right, so that knocks off your first win of the season, man. How many more are you gonna get out there and capture?
I have no idea. I mean, I think the plates are kind of a crapshoot. You never know who's going to win those, and that's why we like them. That's why we want them in here. But yeah, I mean, I feel pretty. I mean, I kind of handpicked all the circuits. I'm the league admin. It really looks really bad when the admin kind of wins. So I'm hoping that I can check this box off and then just play helper or play race ruiner or whatever to whoever else is running up front, but and give these guys a bit of a challenge. But I tell you what, it's been super close. I mean, I think the top 5 guys, top 5, top 7 are all super close. I think me and Phil and Michael are a little bit ahead of everyone right now. But I mean, you saw from Brandon Brush, Chuck Labano, Evan, like Dan Ott, all these guys are super fast, and it does not take much for one of them to sneak up and pull out an upset. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season. We got Sebring coming up next. And then we have Interlagos and Suzuka later in the season. So we get to get a little bit of F1 flavor for these trucks. But yeah, just super good day for me and for the league.
Nice, and that one's going to be a fun one, especially Sebring next week. That's going to be a blast to watch.
Yeah, Sebring's an interesting one. I haven't run it a whole lot. I've run a couple of races in it with like USF 2000 and some endurance kind of cars like the GTEs. But I think in these it's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's maybe less room for error there than there is here. I think that last sweeping right is going to catch a lot of people out, and then that first sweeping left. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. I was going to say that coming to the final lap, it looked like Phil was definitely breathing down your neck, man. He was looking for any possible, and I was sitting up here like, can't make a mistake, no mistake. Watching you go the last lap around here was just kind of nail biting.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of on a knife edge the whole time. I mean, fortunately, I didn't have to. I mean, I wasn't trying to push, kind of like I was on a qualifying lap. I think the whole race basically boiled down to the qualifying lap. I didn't expect to run that quick in practice, or during practice, and I didn't expect to be as quick as Phil and Mike. Michael McCoy, I think they had a couple tenths on me. So when I pulled that off, I felt confident for the race. It's really hard to pass here, so to put myself in that position was good. But yeah, coming to the end, I mean, I kind of knew what the truck was going to do. The way the league's structured, we have the long run to begin with, and then you kind of what the truck's going to do for the last 10 laps because you run a 30 lap stint or whatever beforehand. So it was just a matter of keeping it on the pavement and bringing it home, and we were able to do that.
All right, well, congratulations. I'm going to open up the floor. Anyone that you want to say thank you to, any sponsors, any family, friends?
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for jumping in and broadcasting. You've been a lifesaver. We enjoy everything you do for the league, and we hope to see you for many more races. So thank you, Chris, for doing what you do. I want to give a shout out to my Blue Glove Racing teammate, Michael McCoy. He's been a joy to have in the chat all season. To Phil for racing clean. It's going to be great racing with him the rest of the season. And then my family, I want to give a shout out to my wife, Rebecca. Who's always my biggest cheerleader, and I love her to death. My parents, Tom and Deb, who are probably watching, my mother-in-law, Karen, and then anyone else in my family or friends who's watching. I really appreciate the support, and it means a lot when you guys tune in and watch us do what we love.
All right, man. Well, congratulations bringing it home in first here, leading almost every single lap even. So
yeah, we got pretty fortunate. It was a good day.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you here next week at Sebring.
All right. Thanks, Chris, for everything you do. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Yep.
All right. So that was our third, second, and our winner here tonight in the booth. Congratulations to all three of those guys. Congratulations to everyone here tonight, bringing it home either on the lead lap or just a lap or two down. It's pretty amazing for a road course, most definitely. But we'll take a look at our race results. Dustin, I'm gonna bring home the victory here tonight, leading almost every single lap. Bill Keck going to bring it home in second. Brandon Brush in third. Look a little bit further on. We got fourth place, Chuck Labano. Fifth, Mike Thompson Jr. In sixth, Dan Ott brings it home. In seventh, Jacob Bradley. Evan Hubchak going to bring it home in eighth with Jay Bass right behind him for the ninth position. And rounding out the top 10, Johnny Rapp going to bring it home in that 10th place position. And then if you look a little bit further, there's the rest of the field as they finished. All the way back to Mark Royce there in the 16th position. All right, everybody. Well, we look forward to seeing you here next week at Sebring. This has been the Road and Plate series here on Thursday night on BMRL Network. We were just taking off from Oran Park as we head to Sebring next week.